Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
Barbershop Conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Mikey Garcia. I saw 78 do a video on this, and that was my immediate thought after I saw Mikey Garcia put out a splendid performance. I also thought of Terrence Crawford, and then I also thought of Adrian Broner. Those are the three fights that comes to my immediate reaction to him knocking that kid out in the third round, I believe. So, I mean, literally a knockout. Dude, Manny Pacquiao on his back. You know, the funny thing is that uh, Manny Pacquiao got turned into a verb, just like Blake Griffin turned Mozgov into a verb. You got Mozgov, and that guy got Pacquiao. So, anyhow, moving forward, I think this is an interesting fight. I think Mikey Garcia needs to fight a few more styles to be ready for Lomachenko. Like I said, I think Lomachenko is the best fighter in 8-ounce gloves in his division. Now, I don't see him jumping 10 pounds to fight a Terrence Crawford, because I know that was the immediate reaction to this, or him jumping 17 pounds to fight the winner of Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman. But in his weight class, I think he's the best fighter in 8-ounce gloves. And if they catch weight at 132 and a half, um, I got Lomachenko winning, just on the simple fact of outpointing Mikey Garcia. And I know Mikey Garcia had a lot of jabs, but I think in 2 or 3 more fights, he'll be ready for Lomachenko, and he'll be more physically imposing on a Lomachenko type, meaning that they may go in the weight, they may go in weighing the same that Friday afternoon, but their density and muscle will be absolutely different. And let's take into account Lomachenko's body stature too, his ability to be a Gary Russell in the ring too, in addition to being the most intelligent guy in the ring too. He has a great deal of athleticism, and has a Floyd Mayweather type of intelligence in the ring too. And some would say the same thing about Mikey Garcia as well, but we haven't seen Mikey Garcia fight uh, A-level opponents. Lomachenko came out the gate A-plus opponent, A-plus opponent. Salido, Gary Russell, and then he just fought the guy who he made quit. I'm drawing the blank on him now, but um, Mikey Garcia hasn't fought that on his second return. I think the world of Mikey Garcia. I absolutely want Mikey Garcia to win, and I'm absolutely the more and more I watch Lomachenko, the more and more I'm around him, the more and more I like him. The more and more I'm around Mikey Garcia, the more and more I cover him, the more and more I like him. So asking me to pick a winner in this fight is tough, but right now I have Lomachenko winning this fight. Um, in 2 or 3 more fights, or when I see, Mikey Garcia fight um, Linares, the winner of that fight, then maybe. But until that happens, I got to see Mikey Garcia fight a Gary Russell type of an opponent. We haven't seen that yet. So, Barbershop Conversations, he looked splendid against a one-trick pony. He looked great against him, but the 2 fighters he's come back against has been one-trick ponies. So, maybe go up to 140 and fight a Chris Algieri. That makes sense. Chris Algieri he's a nutritionalist. He can step out of the cage or step into the cage and make 140. So that may be an interesting fight if Mikey Garcia can't find an opponent at 135. So Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button. At 132 and a half, I have Lomachenko winning. At 135, I would 135. I don't know yet about Mikey Garcia at that level. Lomachenko is the best fighter in the world with 8-ounce gloves, I believe, in his weight class. I think Terrence Crawford is a close second, a very close second in his weight class. Yeah, I think he's a as close as you can be, as close as Ward and Kovalev was that fight. Oh man, you got me biting my tongue now when I said Terrence Crawford is the second best fighter in the world in terms of his weight class. Damn, that's tough. I'm not even gonna have that discussion now. So omit everything I just said about Lomachenko. Terrence Crawford in terms of being the best in the world. It's tit for tat. I mean, it's like, what do you like? If you understand what I'm saying. And I think the world of Gary Russell Jr. So um, at 135, and I think Lomachenko walks around at 145. No higher than 150 because every time I see him at a fight, he looks like he can step in the ring and fight right then and there. He looks in great shape. He looks lean. His face isn't bloated. He doesn't abuse his body. He looks splendid. So, at 132, you would have to make that at a catch weight because Lomachenko's at 130 and Mikey Garcia is at 135. For the sake of this argument, you have to make it a catch weight. And at that catch weight, I'm not even going to dispute 135, 140. At 132 and a half, I have Lomachenko outpointing a Mikey Garcia. I have Mikey Garcia landing the hardest shots in the fight to get the most reaction from the crowd. But in terms of points, I have Lomachenko winning. And I'm excited about covering Mikey Garcia and bringing all of these belts back to LA. I have access to his gym. I think Robert Garcia is on pace to be him trainer of the year. If we would have to count December, right? If I'm voting, I would count December. I know it's 2016, but he is doing a splendid job over there at the RGBA. So, Barbershop Conversations, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And those are my thoughts. And I love for you guys to disagree with me. And this is a great conversation to have. And one disclaimer, I have the right to change my mind tomorrow about Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko. And Lomachenko, pound for pound, better than Terrence Crawford. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.